Welcome back to the world of Ronnie G, and today we're going to discuss 5 ways to get cheap plane tickets. Welcome back, y'all. Today we're going to discuss 5 ways to get cheap plane tickets while exploring the banks of the Chattahoochee River. First tip is know your search engines. The 4 main ones I use are Hopper, Kayak, Skyscanner, and Google. Yes, that's right. Google Flights have come a long way and actually can give you tips on where to go pretty cheaply. Now, Hopper is great because it alerts you. You can set up an alert for certain flights on certain days to alert you, and they'll tell you, wait, don't buy now, or yes, you need to buy right now because we've never seen a deal this good. However, Hopper does charge you a small booking fee. So my advice is find your flight on Hopper and then go over to the airline's main website and book it that way. Sometimes when you're going through your search engines to try to find your cheapest flight, your web browser saves the information. And so now all the search engines know you're looking for a flight, so they're going to raise the prices up. So delete your cookies, or if you're using Google Chrome, turn incognito mode on. Number 2 is to be flexible where you're coming and going from. So ideally, I live in Atlanta and I want to get to Iceland. There is not a cheap direct flight from Atlanta to Iceland. However, I can get a much cheaper flight if I fly out of New York and then just pay for a ticket on top of that, a round trip from New York to Atlanta. A lot of times you'll find that being a lot cheaper than trying to get a direct flight from where you're at. All right, know your budget airlines. A lot of times, budget airlines such as Spirit will look like a great deal on the surface, but then once you start adding your baggage and just a drink on the airplane, and I'm not talking about a drink, I'm talking like a Coke, and then they charge you for your carry-on and everything additional, you're not saving that much money as if you had gone with one of the bigger airlines. Number 4 is direct, a non-stop flight versus one that may have a layover. Now, a lot of times you'll find that if you hop on a flight, especially out of some of the smaller airports that may have a 2-3 hour layover in a nearby a bigger airport to get you to your final destination, you may find it being a little cheaper than if you were getting a non-stop. This especially applies to cross-country flights. One of the bad parts about tracing throughout the woods by the riverbank, you really gotta watch where you step. I mean, really. I've come across 2 snakes, a jackrabbit, and all kinds of things that have scraped the side of my legs that I have no idea what they are. And number 5, which in my opinion is the most important one, is patience and flexibility. If you're patient and watch the prices, then you're going to find a whole lot cheaper of a flight than you just click and buy. Also be flexible about the days and the times. Weekends are a lot of times a lot more expensive to fly. And holidays, just the best thing I can tell you is don't travel during the holidays. It's just not worth it. Also be flexible on, like, kind of going back to tip number 4, be flexible on your direct and stopover flights. A lot of times that can save you a lot of money. And also when you're looking at flights, look at how much baggage is going to cost you, if there's a meal, if, you know, everything in between, if there is entertainment, because a lot of times these extra things can make the difference between a bad flight and a good flight. But that's a whole discussion for a whole nother video. Thank you guys for joining me on the world of Ronnie G, and we'll see y'all later.